And we are back, ladies and gents.
Wait, where did we go?
See what I did there?
No. I have no idea.
I said, and we're back, ladies and gents.
Oh, like DJ gent,
DJ. It's me, Justin, a.k.a. Mermaider, a.k.a. And then we have Darrell here on my right.
Yep. It wouldn't really matter. He could be lying to you. I could be on his left, but that doesn't matter. Placement doesn't matter.
And no guests today. Just us today.
Just us.
So if you want to just turn it off now, you can. We know there's a lot of diehard Chester fans out there. I heard Chester was thinking about making his own T-shirts and just kind of branching off of our website and doing his own thing where you just kind of say one thing and then say the other right after.
Well, I mean, yeah, he could have a spin-off show. It'd just be called Chester Eternal.
Yeah.
Just talk nonsense the whole time.
Chester Nocturnal.
And then say that he never said it.
Yeah.
Did you say Chester Nocturnal?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Anyway, we did some reviews this week.
Did we?
Just want to point out that by the time you guys listen to this, Justin's birthday will have come and gone. So last year on his birthday, I let him pick whatever he wanted to talk about, and we talked about black metal. Woo. So Justin, this year, I don't give a flying fuck what you want to talk about. We're going to talk about reviews.
All right.
So anyway, let's talk about a review that you did this week for a band. If I remember correctly, you love them. You think they're awesome. The name of the band is Lotus Circle.
Yeah, that's the name of a band that I reviewed this past week, but I do not love them, and they are not awesome. They are a band from Greece, and their album is called Caves. I was a little iffy on reviewing it at first because they were listed as drone metal, doom metal, and I mean, you know, obviously the doom side is where I was like, oh, I'll check it out. Drone I never really explored before. Not that familiar with that genre, but it is horrible. Now I don't know. I don't know if it's the whole genre that's horrible or if it's just this band, but this album was so boring and so badly recorded and badly written. Everything was just terrible. A waste of time. In fact I didn't even finish like the review in writing it. You read it, right, Darrell? And where I basically talked in detail about the first track, and then like from there, I think by the last track I even said like I had to end it. I couldn't even listen to the last track.
That's never happened before either.
Yeah, it's really bad. And I gave it a 1 out of 10, which is being friendly. So
that was the worst score in Sorrow Eternal history.
Yeah.
Which I believe unseated that band from Russia that you did the review for, the techno metal, where the previous holder of the worst score with a 2.
Yeah, fuck. I always forget the name of them.
Promises Lie.
Yeah, that's right. Promises Lie.
But anyway, so Justin setting new lows.
I rather listen to Promises Lie than this.
Well, if you guys in Promises Lie are listening to this, you're better than at least one band in the world.
Yeah, basically, there was no drums, there was no vocals, and...
No drums at all?
No drums at all.
No percussion?
No, nothing.
No.
There were just, like, synth sounds, a bunch of keyboard sound effects, and like futuristic sounds, and then horrible and basic guitar riffs.
So basically, you and I could go up into the headquarters right now and record an album just as good.
Yeah.
Sweet. I know how to play a couple chords.
I feel like this is like the bullshit like dubstep of metal, where people like don't know how to make music, so they just throw a bunch of random bullshit together.
Yep.
And then kids like it.
Yep.
I feel like that's kind of what they did here, in a sense. You know,
I'd really like it if someone listening, if you're a fan of Drone, explain to us what it is about it that you like. I mean, I'm not questioning if that's what you like, so be it.
Yeah.
But I don't get it.
Yeah.
And, you know, maybe we're just old-fashioned and we like music with guitars and drums and bass and vocals, but I'm just curious. I don't know anyone personally who listens to Drone, and I know of a few Drone bands, but I'm curious.
Yeah,
Thanks for nothing, Lotus Circle.
Yeah,
Literally.
I would like to explore it a little more, just to see if maybe this is just a horrible band. You know, I could have just caught a bad experience.
Well, when you and I talked about it and you described the album and you asked me, is that what all drone is like? Any drone that I've listened to is exactly like that. And I mean, some lean more to the doom side than the drone side, and those are the ones where
some have some vocals or drums at least.
Yep, but it's all very dangerous because it's a lot of 10 to 15 minute long songs where nothing happens. You're waiting for something. It's like listening to Skrillex with no bass drop. You know, it's just what the hell? What
you
gotta
drop the bass.
Yeah, you gotta drop it.
Yeah, that's basically here. I was expecting something, and literally it was like the same riffs over and over. It didn't even the structure didn't change at all or anything. It was very plain. It was
that's probably all they got.
Yeah,
you just heard their entire repertoire.
Yeah. So there's Lotus Circle for you.
Next.
Yeah. Now, Darrell, let's move on to one of your reviews that you did here.
Thank you.
Let's take a look at...
Much obliged.
Earthmass.
Earthmass.
Or as I like to pronounce them as Earthmass.
Earthmass. All right. Well, they are a post-metal band from England, Essex specifically. And they just released this EP. It is called Lunar Dawn, Keep, Relic, and Ritual. And it's one song.
I'm sorry?
It's one song. It's one song that's 20 some odd minutes long.
Oh my god.
Which...
What, you think they swallow the sun or something?
Well, it's kind of... I'm going to say that when you do something like that, which I've seen a couple EPs recently that are that way, you're really kind of fooling yourself. Because while it might only be one physical track, you can... There's several distinct pieces to it, which could very easily be broken up into 4 or 5 actual songs.
Right.
But anyway, this shit was really good. Because it was so diverse. It wasn't like they... And especially on the heels of your Lotus Circle review, it was good to find something that was diverse, that really changed as it went. So there are parts of this that are like progressive rock. There are parts of this that are like really heavy sludge. There's some acoustic parts. And then there's just some... The ending part, like the outro, is just heavy, just pound your skull into the ground, like crashing riffs.
Yeah.
Drums all over the place. Shit's fucking crazy, dog. Fucking crazy, dog.
And it's over, you said it's over 20 minutes?
Yep, it's over 20 minutes. Now, one thing that I liked on it, and this kind of comes back into the drone conversation, is that there are vocals and there are lyrics, but it's literally like 4 lines of lyrics for the entire song, and they're delivered kind of sparsely throughout. It's not all in one chunk. There's like a little bit here, a little bit there.
Right.
But the lyrics themselves are actually really awesome. Here it is. I'll read you the whole thing because it'll take 2 seconds.
Okay.
Keep them from your door, as shifting sands reveal the keep. The mummy king and his queen weep the blood of all who fell before, when long ago they stormed the door. The relic of forgotten time is bathed in light as moons align, a lunar dawn to resurrect a war, bathed in light as moons align. It reads almost like twisted Dr. Seuss poetry, like the rhyming scheme and everything, and it's just really awesome. And like I said, the lyrics are so sporadic through the whole thing, but each time they come in, they're like the perfect compliment. They don't like jam them down your throat, just the perfect compliment. So this is like post-metal, but with a progressive edge to it. So you guys should all check out Earthmass. I know the first pressing of this album just sold out, but I guess they're doing a second pressing, so I suggest getting over to their site and getting yourself a copy of this album. Now, if we're going to stick with bands ending in ass, we can talk about the next review that you did, which was Candlemass.
Yeah, it's actually pronounced Candlemass.
Oh, Candlemass. Yeah. Okay, all right.
I have to say that these guys rock on this album. They're from Sweden.
Now, when you say these guys rock, you mean R-O-C-K or R-A-W-K, like rock? They rock.
Yeah, the second one.
Okay, great.
For those of you who can't see, which is everyone, Darrell did the devil horns as he did that, and kind of in a monomarth pointing kind of way. Like, gotcha.
We need to get Marv Albert to like narrate this shit. And Justin is pointing for 3. Anyway.
Yeah, they just came out with their new album called Psalms for the Dead, and that was just released this past Tuesday.
Yep, this past Tuesday
in America, and I definitely suggest it to anybody. I never really got into Candlemass. I definitely have listened. I know I've listened to a couple songs before, and I remember like thinking like, they're fine. Maybe I'll go back one day and really check them out. But I never actually did that until I came across this album.
And they've been around forever, man.
Yeah,
this is their 11th studio album.
Yeah, and you said that they were kind of considered. What, like
the Godfathers of Doom?
Yeah, they've
kind of throw them in that category. They've just been doing it for so long.
And it's funny because I didn't think that like half of the album was Doom. I can see where it's Doom. I can see where people say that, or at least for this album. But I think it. I don't know what to call it. What else you could call it? But I wouldn't just call it Doom.
Well, you also got to think that Doom music, Doom metal has changed so much.
Well, that's
it wasn't
true.
Always the same thing. So at the point when they were coming out, that was Doom.
Yeah, I feel like Doom has become so vague now. It's almost like just saying the word rock or something.
Yep, because everyone has Doom in there. If you think that Lotus Circle is considered in the same class as My Dying Bride,
right,
that's just fucking scary and pathetic and
right.
Pisses me off.
And High on Fire, some people consider like Doom.
Some people, yes.
So yeah, I guess you really got to look a little more detailed into it. But I have to say that there's one thing that really stood out to me was the vocals. Overall, the guy has great vocals. He could fit into like a power metal band, I feel like.
Really?
Yeah. I was really impressed with like the clean singing. And I mean he had like an aggressive side to him too, but I mean it was all very clear. Yeah, he could definitely be like, I could see him, in multiple bands if he wanted to. But yeah, the album itself was it was good. I still haven't gone back to listen to their old stuff, so I can't really compare it to their old stuff. But I would say definitely, if you get a chance, check the album out. Some great drum fills in there. Really aggressive guitar riffs, and the structures are great, constantly changing. But yeah, check them out, definitely. Again, that's Psalms for the Dead by Candlemass, or Candlemass.